sharing with you one of my favorite books, Put Me in the Zoo by Robert Lockshiner. This book is about how you should treat everyone with respect no matter what they look like, even if they have different colored spots all over them. Now I'm going to share with you a little piece of the book. Will you keep me in the zoo? I want to stay in here with you. We do not want you in the zoo. Out you go. Out. Out with you. Why did they put me out this way? I should be in. I want to stay. Why should they put you in the zoo? What good are you? What can you do? What good am I? What can I do? Now here is one thing I can do. Look, now all his spots are blue. And now his spots are orange. Say, he looks very good that way. This is a great book, so check out yours today.
Hi y'all, I'm Taylor Scarborough here. Going to celebrate Dr. Seuss Week by reading Oh, the Places You'll Go, an original by Dr. Seuss. I just love this book because it reminds you of all the places you can go. How everything is just, the sky is the limit. So I'm just going to read a real quick little part right here. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high flights. Heights. Won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you'll top all the rest. So keep going, kids, and aim for the sky.
I can read in red, and I can read in blue, and I can read in pickle color too. And I can read in bed, and I can read in purple and brown and in a circle and upside down. I can read with my left eye and my right eye, and I can read Mississippi with my eyes shut tight. There are so many things you can learn about, but you'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. The more you read, the more you know. The more you know, the more places you will go.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Cox, and today I'm going to be reading a part of one of my favorite books, A Bad Case of Stripes. Dr. Bumble rushed over as soon as Mrs. Cream called, but this time, instead of a specialist, he brought the experts. Dr. Gourd and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientific minds in the land. Once again, Camilla was poked and prodded, looked and listened to. Then experts wrote down lots of numbers. Then they huddled together and whispered. Dr. Gourd finally spoke. "It might be a virus," he announced with authority. Suddenly, fuzzy little virus balls appeared all over Camilla. Or possibly some form of bacteria.
Hi there, boys and girls. I'm here to tell you about one of my most favorite things to do. You know what that is? Read. And today I want to share with you one of my most favorite books of all. Fancy Nancy, Fanciest Doll in the Universe. Do you have siblings? That's fancy for little sisters and brothers. I do. Jojo is my little sister. My parents say she is a handful of shaving cream to make it snow. But today, she did something despicable. That's fancy for 1,000,000,000 times worse than bad. Want to find out what she did? Go to your local library and check out Fancy Nancy, Fanciest Doll in the Universe. Bye!
Fidwick and the Big-Hearted Moose by Dr. Seuss. Up at Lake Winnebago, the far northern shore, lives a huge herd of moose, about 60 or more, and they all go around in a big happy bunch, looking for nice tender moose moss to munch. Up at Lake Winnebago one day they were lunching, just strolling along and enjoying their munching. For the Moose Moss that day was especially fine. When it happened that Thidwick, the last moose in line, saw a bingle bug sitting, the bug called out, "Hey, it's such a long road and it's such a hot day. Would you mind if I rode on your horns for a day?" Of course.
This is Miss Love dressed as my favorite character, Miss Viola Swamp. Today I'm going to share with you the story of Viola Swamp and Miss Nelson is Missing. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling, papers whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved kids in the whole school. "Now settle down," said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice, but the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. They were even rude during story hour, and they always refused to do their lessons. "Something will have to be done," said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. "Wow!" yelled the kids. "Now we can really act up." They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. "Today, let's just be terrible," they said. "Not so fast," hissed an unpleasant voice. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. "I'm your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp." And she rapped the desk with a ruler. "Where's Miss Nelson?" asked the kids. "Never mind that. Open those arithmetic books." To find out more about Miss Viola Swamp, get a copy of Miss Nelson is Missing, and you'll love it too.
Hi, Springer Elementary. I'm Mrs. Richards, and I'm going to be reading you an excerpt from the book Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Hard Luck. Ever since Abigail and Raleigh got together, Abigail has been sitting at our lunch table, which is all boys. I already mentioned how she's not a fan of the milk bubble blowing thing, but there's a whole lot of other stuff she doesn't like either. One of them is the 5-second rule. All of the guys at our table agree that if you drop a piece of food on the floor, as long as you pick it up within 5 seconds, it's okay to eat. A new twist someone came up with recently is that if you grab a piece of food off the floor, even if you're not the one that dropped it, you can still eat it. I lost 2 chocolate chip cookies and a fudgesicle already that way. The new rule has caused some other problems though.
I am reading from one of my very favorite books, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon and pushed his way out. He was a beautiful butterfly.
Hello, this is Miss Nolan, and I love reading. One of my favorite characters is Fly Guy. Fly Guy can be found in books written by Ted Arnold. One of the books I would like to read to you today is Fly Guy versus the Fly Swatter. A boy had a pet fly. He named him Fly Guy, and Fly Guy could say the boy's name. Buzz! Chapter 1. One day, Fly Guy was eating breakfast in Buzz's backpack. Yumsy! Buzz grabbed his backpack and went to school. At school, Fly Guy flew out. Surprise! The teacher said, "We're going on a field trip to tour a factory." Wonder what kind of factory it will be. Buzz said, "Fly Guy, you can ride in my pocket." The class rode the bus to the factory. They arrived at the factory. Bad news! It's the Fantastic Fly Swatter Factory! Oh no, what will Fly Guy do in a fly swatter factory? If you'd like to know, you need to go check out the book, Fly Guy versus the Fly Swatter. It's in your library. Hope to see you there.
Oh, hello. How are you? I'm Mrs. Price, dressed as my favorite character from a book, Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potter books even before they became movies. They're filled with mystery and excitement, magic and stories and details that you just can't imagine from a movie. The first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter has never played a sport while flying on a broomstick. He's never even worn a cloak of invisibility, befriended a giant, or helped hatch a dragon. All Harry knows is his miserable life with the Dursleys, his horrible aunt and uncle, and their abominable son, Dudley. But all that is about to change when a mysterious letter arrives from an owl messenger. A letter with an invitation to a wonderful place he never dreamed existed. There he finds not only friends, aerial sports, and magic around every corner, but a great destiny that's been waiting for him, if Harry can survive the encounter. To find more Harry Potter books, go to the library and check them out. There's way more in the books than you could ever imagine in the movie. Sirius, is that you? Sirius.
Taylor Scarborough, take one.
Does that mean go?
Yes.
Oh, crap. Do take two.
Hush, little alien. Drop the book.
Really?
Start over.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Cox.